Hi there. Today we're talking about creating a healthy self-image and becoming more outgoing. Now, some people that have got a poor self-image have no problem being outgoing. The problem that they have is constantly talking about themselves. If you find someone that's talking about themselves when they're communicating with others more than 50% of the time, you've pretty much nailed someone that has got a poor self-image. So when you enter a room, and the other kind of person that's got a self-image is a very reserved, very quiet. This is not in all the cases, but two extremes. Very quiet, very reserved, and not very outgoing. So if you're either of those two kinds of people, this video is for you. So if you're very reserved, when you go into a room of people that you don't know, become the person that goes out there and introduces yourself. Big smile, happy face, fake it till you make it, introduce yourself, smile, become a warm, glowing person that attracts other people to you. Now that might be hard at first, but just do it. Just fake it till you make it. The second thing is, once you've initiated contact with that person, make sure that the conversation is focused in on them, not on you. Become fascinated by them. It's easier to become fascinated than interested initially, and I find I can become fascinated by people that I admire, but also fascinated by people that I don't look up to. Because I'm fascinated by the way that they think. I'm fascinated by their mentality. I'm fascinated by their outlook on life. It doesn't mean that I agree with it, but I can still be fascinated by it. And that means that I seem to be interested, or I am interested. I'm not faking it. I'm genuinely interested. But I'm talking to them about them. It's all about them. At least more than 50% of the time I'm speaking to them about them. During that conversation, almost in every case, if you ask the right questions, you can find things that you both have in common. Now, I can find something in everyone that I've got in common. Once you find some common ground, now your conversation can become more of a back and forth, where it's more 50-50. And it's that time that the conversation has now become mutually beneficial. That means both parties are benefiting from the conversation. Both people are enjoying the conversation, not just the one that's downloading their life and someone else is being an active listener. And that's your goal with every kind of conversation. And that, if you can become the person that introduces yourself first, you create a warm persona about yourself, you become genuinely interested in the other person until to the point where you can find something that you have in common. And then it becomes a 50-50 conversation. You don't just hog the conversation now because you found something in common. You talk at them about that. You still keep the conversation flowing back and forth. Okay? If you can do that, you're going to create amazing relationships. You're going to have a much better vision or self-image of yourself. And you're going to portray a healthy self-image to others. Not easy, but well worth it, and something that I work on all the time. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you tomorrow.